Hello.
Hey,
What's up, Morgan?
nothing much. Just getting ready for law school. How are you doing?
Law school? That's so exciting. When are you headed and where are you going?
I am going to American University. It's in DC. It
Nice.
starts at the end of August, and I'm moving up there in about 2 weeks. So I'm
Okay.
excited, nervous, all these like crazy emotions wrapped into one right now. Never lived outside the state of Florida, so
Wow.
yeah.
Congratulations. Where are you from?
I'm from Orlando.
Okay, got it, got it. Very cool. Wow, big move.
Yeah, like I don't even have a winter jacket, so I'm like,
You gotta get on
I think
that.
it snows.
You got a few months.
Yeah.
Tell me, why law school? Was that your plan at Florida, or when did that come about?
It was honestly like plan like C. I originally wanted to do broadcasting. I worked a bit with SEC Network. I called during my 5th year at Florida. I did some commentating for gymnastics meets. I also worked with CBS for basketball. I worked March Madness down in Orlando as round one and two. So that was pretty cool when UF
Yeah.
was in it, watching them go on. But it wasn't until after I went on interviews afterward. So I got a few job offers from CBS, and Barstool Sports actually offered me.
Really?
Yeah, but it wasn't the life I wanted. I
Yeah.
mean, it was Barstool's fun. It was more so like I went up there. It wasn't realistic. With CBS, that was pretty like, oh my god, like this could be a possibility. However, it wasn't on like a broadcasting side. It was more of the production side,
Yeah.
like traveling with the production crew. With so for Monday night, Sunday night football, I'd be gone 6 days of the week, and that'd be my life for months on end. And it came down to, will that make me happy?
Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't. Like I'd get burnt out probably within a year, and I just didn't want that.
Yeah.
However, being a lawyer, so back in college, I was president of the student athlete advisory committee,
Oh, cool.
and so I don't know, like leading athletes and being in charge of them and collaborating with them, as well as helping make legislation for the NCAA's with their time demands. That was really cool. And like I got to travel to Atlanta and participate with all the other representatives of the SEC schools. So it was just one to two from each school, and just meeting with them and talking with them, like, wow, we could really impact athletics. So that was like a big decision for me to go to law school. Like I'd love to still be involved with athletics, whether it's with the NCAA. A lot in that organization needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
So if I could be one of the people to help change it, or whether it's being working with the university, like UF being one of their lawyers, compliance, or with the professional team, that'd be so much fun doing like their contracts or salary caps, trade acquisitions. Like I enjoy sports, and I would be honored, honestly, to still work with it.
Wow, that's incredible. So, okay, really quickly, you mentioned that there are a lot of things about the NCAA that you'd like to change. Having come from that world, what's like the number one thing that you would hope to see changed?
Athletes being paid, and
Interesting.
I know it's a very controversial topic.
Mm-hmm.
It's just we've gotten to the point, especially with football and basketball, where they bring in so much revenue. And I know TV deals are set out, years in advance. So that's not really what I'm talking. I'm talking about revenue like jersey sales, ticket sales. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this is this player's senior night, and you see ticket sales skyrocketing from that. Whether it's like 5%, like just a little something, because athletes don't have the opportunity to work during season, or really even
Mm-hmm.
off season, because they still have to work out. I know with us, like I had to still be back, training, so I couldn't secure any internships. Or when I did, I was like, oh, can I only do it for like this X amount of weeks? Like, oh no, haha,
Yeah,
that's
it's not
you
gonna
can't
fly.
do that. But I mean, just think about it. Tim Tebow probably brought in like millions of dollars with his jersey sales, and
Mm-hmm.
like that's his likeness. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
he should be paid. It could be just 5%, 10% off of that. I think would go a long way. Um, and I know Title IX will be a huge, huge factor in this, just because, what guys have, girls have to have equal, basically,
Mm-hmm.
college sports. But I think it should start off proportionally. Like, if you bring in that money, you should see a cut from it and then go from there. That's probably my biggest, I guess, thing I want to see change in the NCAA. And too, a lot with recruiting, but I know that's been changed. Like, there's been, like, ninth graders on recruiting trips, and you're like, come on, like, a lot will change by the time, like, when you're 14, 15 to 18 years old. And, like, to lock someone down that early, I think, isn't right.
Yeah. When did you commit to be a gymnast at Florida?
When I was 16 years old.
Really?
I was in my junior year, right before, it was literally the week before Thanksgiving. Like, I never thought it was going to happen, because I was talking with other colleges, thinking that I was going to head there, and Florida was just out of the blue, in a good way.
Yeah. That's awesome. And tell me a little bit about your career there. Like, what were some highlights?
Highlights were definitely being a part of the first ever national championship winning team. So that was really cool my freshman year, just being in there and making history with my best friends. Like, I don't know what more I could ask. And then winning it 3 years in a row. So my freshman, sophomore, and junior year we won. And even my last year, although we didn't win, we won SEC championships. So that was so awesome. So to walk away with 5 championship titles, because we won SECs my freshman year too, is something I'm really happy for, and proud of. Happy, I guess, I was a part of. So yeah, those are definitely my highs and things I'm most proud of being on that team. I did suffer injuries. One, in fact, was career ending. So that was something I never anticipated or could have wished. I had to have a whole ankle reconstructive surgery. That was the biggest surgery I had. I had 2 other ankle surgeries. My second one ultimately forced me to retire, unfortunately. But I was still a part of the team. I just took on a different role, not a competing role. I was more, that supportive teammate. What do you need? I got it. If you need me to cheer you on, if you need me to move, like, I was that, biggest fan teammate.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I had different roles. I made sure my grades were, 4.0 so that I could raise our team GPA. I talked in front of our fans and our alumni and the boosters. I was representing the student athletes as their president and talking with our other, I don't want to say normal, but the non-athlete student body, and talking with, other athletes around the nation. So I tried to be the best teammate I could be, but also be the best, like, Gator I could be there, represent Gator Nation the best I could, even though it wasn't necessarily on a beam, getting a perfect 10. My favorite event was floor.
Okay.
I love to tumble and perform. I used to want to be an actress when I was younger.
Okay.
So that was just my outlet of dancing and, getting the audience involved and holding their attention through the whole minute and 30 seconds that I was out there. That was my favorite. It was floor.
That's awesome. What does that feel like to fly through the air? I always wonder when I see these gymnasts just defying gravity.
It's fun. It can get nerve-wracking, like, right before, because you're like, oh my god, here I go. I hope I don't fall. But I don't know, it's almost not like an out-of-body type experience, but it's just you've trained so hard for that one moment, that, less than 2 minutes out there, that you just kind of I don't know, it's really difficult to describe. You honestly, like Nike, you just do it, and then it's like a rush. And you're like, when you're done,
Are you sponsored by Nike?
Yeah, no, I wish. Nike, if you see this, I love your shirt. Love your shirt. Slip the shoes.
I'll take any of it.
Size 7.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's fun competing and flipping, and even now, like, I I shouldn't. I like brace up. I put all like wrap up, tape up before I flip into pits. But it's just fun to be like, yeah, I still kind of have it. That will be sore for like the next week, but I'll do it.
So do you still, what do you do now to stay active? Like, do you go to the gym or?
Yeah, I did boxing for a little bit when I couldn't run because I still wanted a cardio type workout, and like swimming and biking just got to the point, honestly, for me where it's just too boring. I like more high intensity type workouts. Because before I was hurt, or my last surgery, I did Orange Theory for a little bit, and that was fun. But boxing was intense.
Yeah,
I loved it, but it just got to the point like once again injuries come into play, like just old like shoulder issues. It's like, but I do a lot of weight training now, mixed with just running, but I can only run for less than like 2 miles at the moment. But I do a lot of sprints within it. But I've like been working out with a trainer, and he's really helped me because I've never lifted weights before. But I was like, I've read all these benefits about it, and it's hard, but I've seen a lot of like awesome changes in my body from it. And plus, like, it's cool, like, being around, like, other, I don't know, like, I'm in the lunch crew, and it's the same people, like, the whole year, so it's like we've become friends from it, just working out at the same time.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your relationship with your gymnast body.
Well, gymnast bodies aren't the most feminine, I would say. It was a struggle when I was younger because I was always more muscular than the girls or some of my guy friends too. Like I was almost embarrassed. I didn't appreciate my body when I was younger. I always wanted to wear like those skin tight Hollister long sleeve t-shirts. That's all I ever wanted to wear. And I was like 13 when it was popular. I could never fit into them. Like I was the Incredible Hulk ripping.
That's quite the image.
I remember trying it on. My mom was just like, "Oh, that's not a good look." But even like skinny jeans, like I just felt awkward. I guess the best thing I could say. I didn't appreciate until like honestly college. Looking back, that my body allowed me to flip on a beam and to do multiple flips in a row and somehow land on my feet. Things that the majority of the population can't do. And, it changed in college. I wasn't the stick thin, bodybuilder-esque type that you see all those small little gymnasts, the same body type, just ripped and, I don't know how to explain it, but when you see a gymnast. But at college, yeah, it changed. I suffered through, weight gain. I was depressed because I was hurt. I couldn't do what I loved. But then after college now, like, getting back into working out with my last reconstructive surgery, I couldn't do anything for 7 months. It was, learning how to walk again, learning how to run, but then it's the fine balance between, I know now for the rest of my life, I won't be able to run more than 3 miles without pain. But it's okay because I can run, and I've gotten into a lot better shape. I've lost all that weight, but through the healthy ways, through, finding a balance, because I love donuts. I'm not going to lie. I love cheeseburgers. I'm not going to sacrifice that. But so, yeah, it's been a process, but I do love my body, and I'm so appreciative of what it allowed me to do and where it got me, honestly, in life, got me a college scholarship. So I'm really happy with that, and I was happy that it was able to hold out for so long before it ultimately just broke down. But it is hard loving your body and not knowing what you're blessed with at that young age, because you compare yourself to your classmates and the people you see on like social media or you saw in the magazines, like just before social media.
Yeah.
But, wow, like I'll never be 6 feet tall and a model. Like I'll never be super skinny like my best friend. I'm just more muscular, but I love my muscles now. Like I love having an athletic body just because, I don't know, I feel confident with it now. I don't know if sexy is the right word, but what, I'm proud of it right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. And what advice do you have for young athletes, gymnasts, really whoever, who are trying to play in college or compete professionally?
I guess I'd say for the college, like I was never the superstar, the number one gymnast ranked in the nation. Just work hard. If you want to slack, just know that someone is out there working harder to beat you and to get that scholarship. And just when you think, I thought I would never go to the number one college for gymnastics, number one ranked in the nation, it can happen if you work hard. I never gave up. And I think, if you work hard, great things will come your way. Just don't give up on yourself.
Awesome. Love it. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah. Glad to talk to you and catch up.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. All right. Killed it. Good job.